Hey guys, I'm Todd Niss'el, and welcome to Disc Golf Niss'entials. I'd like to thank our sponsors, Prescott Valley Disc Golf Club and Putt Buddies Pro, for sponsoring us. Appreciate you guys. Today, we're gonna go over putting. So let's talk about the types of putts. Basically, putting is split up into two categories: push putts and spin putts. Let's talk about the grip differences. For spin putters, they usually have a finger on this back rim. For push putters, they're usually out because they're looking for pop on the disc. Basically, what that means is when they're at the release point, they can let the disc go for a nice clean flight. Spin putters usually have the advantage of distance, but push putters usually have the advantage of accuracy. What you'll find if you watch enough disc golf is usually the pro guys have a mixture of both, which you'll hear it called spush putting. I'll show you the differences. So let's go over push putts first. The idea is to stay on line with the basket. So you'll take that pole and draw a line. What I'll do is I'll use you guys though as if you were the basket. So I'm gonna set up, I wanna square my body up to the basket. I wanna keep that disc on the same line. So I'll take the putt back, reach forward, and I'll try and shake hands with the basket, staying on line the entire time. So now let's talk about spin putting. We still want to stay on the same line. We still want a disc to stay there, but there's going to be some more hinges, but in turn for less accuracy, we're going to get more distance. Most spin putters will take the disc up to their chest. So I'll stay on this line, I'll stay here, the disc comes up, I'm going to shake hands with the basket. Go straight forward. So putting is all about consistency. You've done the hard work of making it 300 feet down the fairway, putting yourself inside the circle. How do we stay consistent though? Putting is actually done with your legs. So what we want to do is we want to push off this back leg towards the basket. We have this really convenient line towards the basket, so we want to feel is I'm coming back nice and slow, pushing forward, and then letting whatever motion, if you push or spin, take care of itself. For instance, and that's how you get birdies. So whenever you're inside the circle, that 10 meters around the basket, you have to show stability. But when you're outside of that circle, 10 meters, you can jump putt. And what that means is I can put a lot of effort through my legs and actually go past my disc after I've released it. So if this is my lie, I got to keep my foot here, but after I release, I can go forward. It's called a jump putt. So now that you're inside the circle, what do? How do you mark it? With a mini. Now your disc is on the ground, and yes, you can putt behind it, it's perfectly fine, but why not get that little bit extra closer? Step up. Now let's say you've done that. Let's go. What else can get you into trouble? Foot faults, falling putts. Something you see a lot of beginners do. You need to show stability inside the circle. So a falling putt does not count even if you make it. So that would be a foot fault, penalty strokes, all the good stuff. Make sure that you guys show balance and save those strokes on the course. So we've talked about when you can putt and when you can jump putt. And so let's talk about the circle. On this field, I have a perfectly laid out circle that's 10 meters, and I can tell if I'm in or outside the circle. This is important to know because a lot of courses do not have the circle properly laid out. Some tournaments will have string, but more often than not, you can just ask your card mates. Disc golf is very unique in that way that if the card agrees on something, it's usually rule. When in doubt, ask your card mates, because a jump putt or a putt from circle's edge could be the difference between strokes, and those are strokes you want to save. So we covered the basics of putting: push, spin, what the circle is, what you need to know inside the circle, and what you can do outside the circle. I'd like to thank Prescott Valley Disc Golf Club for sponsoring, as well as Putt Buddies Pro. You guys can find their links below, and probably somewhere on screen. Go hit those chains.